Hello, my Jedi friends. Today it's a big picture overview, and we're going to discuss are narcissists destroying your mental health? And we're going to be a little bit controversial, and I'm going to say that most of you, if you're in this zone, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. So let's start with this, folks. You've got you're a good person. You consider yourself generally a good person. You've got that friend. You can see very clearly where they're going wrong in their relationship, i.e., they need to get out ASAP. And you tell them, and you tell them, and you tell them, and you tell them, but they do not listen. They do not listen. They listen, but they do not hear. So we're going to talk about this today. It is the easiest thing on the planet to give your best friend good advice. Easy, 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 easy. And if you're watching this video and you're a regular on this channel, you're probably wondering how it's so easy to sort out everyone else's problems, but it's a little bit more complex when it's your own. And if you've wondered that, then this video is definitely going to help you. It's going to help you. So we're going to discuss things that narcissists do. We're going to discuss how good people generally get in bad relationships, and we're going to discuss why. And if you're a regular, you're not going to hear anything that you haven't already heard. You're just going to get repackaged view because this is such an important topic. And with things like this, and with many of the things that I talk about, folks, it's easy to know something and not to own it. And that's the big lesson in life. A lot of the content that I tell you, you'll already know it, but have you owned it? And part of the message that I look to get out there is to be that ghost of Christmas future. If you don't deal with it now, what's going to happen down the line? Because the easiest thing for the average empath or good person or decent human being to do is to put their head in the sand, to do what they can just to get peace in the here and now at the minimum possible conflict, and to just wait for the storm to tide over and then just act as though nothing happened, because that's easy. It's easy, folks. And why have I been inspired to do this video? I've got some very good personal friends that are caught in this trap. And for me, I guess this is part of my way to say, well, look, I get it. I understand how it works. This is just a reminder to anyone else out there that's going through the same thing. Because if you're caught in a relationship with a narcissist, the the level of things that they'll do, there is no limit. There is no limit to the stuff that they'll do. And it seems so incredibly unfair that I think we just need to highlight a few things on this video. So, as we've talked about a narcissistic relationship, how do you know? Now, most people, we've talked about this as well. If you're in my generation, all of these terms, narcissism, ADD, there's another conversation I've had, people in their 50s saying, am I ADD, ADHD, am I this? Just finding out now, like when they're beyond halfway through their life. Really? Am I? And of course, I can see it very clearly, and they're just waking up to this. So all of these diagnoses, narcissism, I didn't really know what it meant until I was well into my 40s. So I don't expect people to know. Uh, these people show up as unreasonable assholes in your life. So let's look at the symptoms of narcissism. And you don't even need, let's take narcissism out of the equation, because I'm not here to diagnose anyone. I'm just here to identify certain behaviors that certain people have. Now, narcissistic behavior, and that's what we're going to focus on here, is the person that's always right, you're always wrong. And from an energy perspective, this is the most important thing, folks. For them to get energized, you need to be de-energized. This is the critical distinction with narcissism. As an empath, as a light worker, as a healer, you generally operate on the fact I make other people feel good. I feel good about myself. You know, we're always moving up together. We're always moving up and down together. I can be at your lowest point. I can get in that energy and I can help to hold your hand and raise you up, folks. This is how the average empath works. And take everything else I'm going to tell you. This is the critical distinction. The average narcissist is, no, I don't like being on a level. I need to be higher than you, but I need to drain you down. In order to build me up, you need to be suppressed. And this comes across as criticism, unreasonable behavior. Here's a few of the cruelest things that narcissists do. When you quote stuff that they did in the past, they'll deny it. They'll deny stuff ever happened. They'll get you to start questioning your mental health. They'll call you a liar. They'll make you wrong. They'll make you think you really are losing your mind. These are part of the tricks of the trade. And the worst part is if you're in a relationship with a narcissist and there's kids involved, they will absolutely weaponize those kids against you. And they'll do all the things that they would call you out. They'll criticize you in front of the kids, big red flag. You do it to them, they'll absolutely come at you. So they will do stuff to you that if you do back, they will absolutely come down like a ton of bricks. But if they do it to you, it's fair game. And this is the stuff that you're involved in with narcissism, folks. Narcissism is a zero-sum game, and the longer you spend time in their vicinity, the worse it gets. The worse it gets, folks. It doesn't get any better. And they'll weaponize things like kids because you will care for the kids, but the narcissist doesn't. The narcissist doesn't. In one of my friends' narcissistic relationships, the narcissist is coming at them, and they're absolutely ripping their world apart, and it's going to take a ton of money to resolve this, and that's money that would go to the kids. So the kids are actually being harmed in this. The narcissist does not care. The narcissist does not see. The narcissist wears blinkers, and when they come at you, that's the only thing that matters. It's the only thing that matters, folks. And the thing is, if you're in a situation where you're saying, well, I need to do this, I need to put up with this for the kids, do this for somebody else, you're playing a zero-sum game. You're playing into their trap. You're in their trap and you're choosing to stay in their trap because you're saying this is for the best. That's exactly where they want you, folks. It's exactly where they want you. Now, if there are kids involved, and this is the worst case scenario that I can see in dealing with narcissism, is that you are not going to help them by showing them how to take abuse on a daily basis. That's not going to help them. You're either going to turn your kids into victims or narcissists by perpetuating that behavior. And the only thing you can do, folks, is get out. And if the kids have to take an impact, well, que sera. They'll come to you later on. You have to play the longer term game when you're dealing with narcissism. They'll weaponize the kids against you. And this is how it destroys your mental health and gives you an absolute, you will end up as a candidate for a lunatic asylum. You'll start to question your sanity. You'll start to question your life. You'll probably start to feel suicidal in the end by feeling trapped, by feeling there's a no-win here. The only win is to get out. This is like touching an electric fence, folks, in a narcissistic relationship. When you finally wake up to it and you're still getting the jolts of energy coming through your body, the first thing you have to do is let go of the fence. And that means getting out of the relationship, regardless of kids, regardless of anyone else. Self-preservation, folks. You're not doing any favors to your kids by watching your own life force energy drain away and you become a shell of who you are. That is not going to help anybody. Not going to help anybody. All you're doing is showing your kid, teaching them that this behavior is okay. That's the worst case scenario. And I guess I had to record this video because I do have a few friends that are caught in this trap at the moment. It's a horrible game to play. It's very lonely and it's very isolating. But let's flip that, folks. Let's flip that. If you are that person in this situation, this is actually a great time in your life. You're not going to see that now. You're absolutely not going to see that now. But when you get through this, you're going to look back and you're going to see that this is one of the best things that ever happened to you. And the reason that you're going to do that is because you are about to find out who your real friends are and who your fair weather friends are. And there'll be certain people that your narcissistic partner is talking to that will believe them. You don't want them in your life, folks. If they're not going to come to you, you're going to find out the hard way that most people are going to hear rumors about you and will never give you the opportunity to give your side. There's very few people like that, folks, that the rumor mill will influence them and you will not get your day in court. And this is a gift and a curse. It's a curse because it's going to make you feel like shit. It's a gift because you are about to discover who your real friends are, and those people are diamonds in your life. Diamonds in your life, folks. And there might only be two or three of them. That's the brutal reality. The people that will look through all of the nonsense, all of the bad publicity, all of the rumors, they'll come to you and they will take your side. It's not even about taking your side, folks. Your best friends, they would take the side of your kids and they will look at it objectively and they will tell you what you need to be seeing and what you're missing at the moment. And that's what I'd like to think there's a role that I play for my good friends as well. But I certainly understand narcissism. I can help identify it and I can help my good friends through it, as you hopefully can when you get this, folks, because you're not going to do the fast track. It's very difficult to get people to wake up for this. You may have to be friends with them for years and deal with the narcissist for years before they eventually get their wake up call. It's tough, it's frustrating, and it's a largely lonely, isolating journey, my friend. But if you stick with the program, you will get through this and your life will improve. Because as you'll know, if you watch my channel, that the narcissist is there to wake you up, my friend, to wake you up to your bigger purpose, to own your power, to take it back, to fight adversity, and to know that you've been there and done it, and to get your protective skin, your big boy's pants or your big girl's pants, so that you can live to fight another day with a new skill set that will make you almost bulletproof. And there it is, folks. There lieth the little gift in all of this nonsense and all of this chaos. So, if this is you, if you're still watching this video and you are not subscribed to this channel, folks, I'm going to advise you that you do, because this is just one piece in a very big and complicated jigsaw, and you'll get many more. So like and subscribe for your own good, because it will help you. You'll get resources, you'll get techniques, you'll get insights, and you'll get a community to plug into. And if you want another piece of the jigsaw, it's just there, folks. But either way, know that this lonely journey will have a great ending as long as you stay the course, as long as you keep your confidence, and as long as you stay true to yourself.